How's it going?
I'm Brian.
Brian? Hi. Brian from what?
Whedonopolis.
Oh, nice to meet you.
It's a site that focuses on Joss Whedon type
Absolutely.
stuff. And we're connected because of Christina Hendricks and Alexis Denton.
Okay.
So, James Denton.
Absolutely.
Nice to meet you. I was looking at your IMDb page.
Yeah.
And I was noticing this is the first time you had done voiceover work.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It would have been tough if not for Andrea Romano, who's a genius. I was kind of surprised they asked me because I'd never done it before.
Okay.
But once I got in there, I realized that with her behind the glass, anybody can do it. So
Oh, really?
it was really fun. I just knew I could trust her. When she waved at me and said, "We've got it, move on," I just moved on. So without her, I'm not so sure how I would have done it, but she made it easy.
So you had a good time?
Great time.
Really?
Great time. Yeah, it
Would
was
you
really a
do
lot
it
of
again?
fun.
Would you do another one?
Absolutely. In a heartbeat. In fact, with this one, I was so flattered that they asked me. The role is so iconic that I didn't even ask what they were paying. And I said, "Yeah, what can we do? Can we work it out with Housewives?" And they said, "Yeah." So I said, "Absolutely." And I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Well, if you want to do it again, let me ask, who would you like to do?
You know, it doesn't really matter. You know, it was so much fun. I was always a Green Lantern guy growing up, and I think that's what had been spoken for. They tend to not use this over again. I know Tim did a few, but Kyle did one. Mark Harmon has done it. They've had some really great guys. So.
They use people differently.
Sometimes, yeah. I know Ricardo Shavira played a bad guy in one, and Neil McDonough, I think, was in one too. So, and like I said, Kyle MacLachlan. So they've used a lot of Housewives guys.
So were you familiar with the source material before you signed on to the project?
No, I wasn't. No, so it's really fascinating. It's such a good book. So it was fun to kind of dig into that too.
And did you get to work with the other actors in the same studio?
No, I think it's because we were all on shows. All of us are on a TV show right now. We never even met. I've never met any of them.
Really?
I know it's crazy, but that's just the way we had to do it.
Now, does that make it a little weird to have to try and react to people when they weren't there?
It didn't because Andrea is just reading the other role. And she's so good.
Oh,
She should be an actor. So she's reading the other part in the scene. So you do the scene just like you normally would, but you're just doing it with Andrea, not with the other actor.
Oh, I see.
And she made it very easy.
Oh, so you do have someone to bounce
You do the
off
scene, but it's Andrea in the control room. Yeah.
Okay, that makes it a lot easier,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yep.
And what was it like playing Superman? It's huge. Like you said,
It was a little bit daunting. It was a little trepidatious, just because people are very protective of the character, as they should be, and so you don't want to let people down. This was a real anticipated DVD because the book was so popular. So I was a little nervous, I got to admit. So I really hope people aren't disappointed.
I doubt they will be. That's a very
It looks gorgeous. So in the cast, my God, I mean, Christina and Anthony, and then Patricia Clarkson and Ed Asner. I mean, I've got plenty of help. So hopefully they'll carry me.
It's also a very emotional story.
It is, yeah. It's a much more sensitive, sort of vulnerable
What was it like
Superman.
encountering the emotion? God.
It was helpful for me because I think that's one of the reasons they chose me, because he was, in a weakened state, a little bit, I don't have that big, impressive voice for voiceover work. So I think that's part of the reason that they used me, was he is so vulnerable in most of it, and literally, mortal and dying. It was interesting to be able to play that, all the scenes with Mock Kent and Lois. There's a lot of sensitive stuff, which was fun. It wasn't just, a bang-em-up action movie.
And I guess my last question is, what do you have coming up that your fans can look forward to?
Just Desperate Housewives, or they own me. So this was fun to work this in, but we're only off May and June, so long as I'm on Wisteria Lane, I'll be limited to that pretty much, but I'm not complaining.
Well, I wish you much success.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a great night.